So what's up everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to what's going to be a Goodwill hunt and haul. I've got a bag here. Let's get into two Goodwill stores. My wife and I went in there, it's been a little while and I just didn't have time to edit the footage and I felt bad, so this got delayed. But let's get into those stores, let's look around, let's come back here and I'll show you what I picked up. What are we waiting for? Let's go.
The white zone is for immediate loading and unloading of passengers only. There is no stopping in the red zone.
Alright, so let's head up into this first Goodwill right here beside a Dollar Tree. Let's see what they got. Look, Dinosaur Planet. Let's see what else they got. They don't have a big selection in here, so this will probably be pretty quick. I have no clue what that is. Joe versus Volcano Snapper. I've checked that out. Make sure that it's not destroyed. Shine. I don't think I have that. The Majestic. I'll check those. Some of those, man, previous rentals might be damaged. The Glory Days of Wrestling. Man, we're finding a decent amount of titles right here at the very beginning. Somewhere in Time. That's one of those pop art slipcovers. That's pretty neat looking. What else? What else? I'll zoom out so you can see more. Above the Rim. I'm pretty sure I got that already. That's a decent little 3-pack there. What is this? Bringing Up Girls. No thank you. Just get it out of the way. Law-Abiding Citizen. I've got that on 4K. Martian. I got the unrated version of that. Here's an Iron Man. I don't know that I got that individual release of that. That's pretty cool. I'm going to have to check that out. Gamer. Excuse me. Pound. I don't know what that is. If that was a lesbian movie, it'd be Pound. Or would it be called Scissors? Pound? I don't know.
That is without a doubt the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Wanted. That's a decent looking slipcover there. We've got multiple versions of that. I got that 4K Steelbook. What is this? Audiobook? They got all kinds of shit mixed in here. Friday After Next. When's that going to get a Blu-ray release? There's Rudolph. We just said Christmas. Why would they have all the children's titles up here that high? Hey, Bears, that's a cool documentary there. And slipcover's in nice condition. 24, I used to love that show. Brothers and Champions. You can barely even reach up here. The Beverly Hillbillies. Texas Rangers. Roach Approach. I like that case if nothing else. Alright, over here in the game section, the toys and stuff, look at this. They had this Pop Stream. It's sealed. I wish they had a way to check to see if it was complete. What else they got? Look at this. Fart. Fast, Flatulent Fun. A card game of Pass the Gas.
The white zone is for immediate loading and unloading of passengers only. There is no stopping in the red zone.
Alright, so let's head into this new Goodwill that just opened and see what they got. Let's get in here. That last one didn't have too much, so I don't know what to expect. I've never been in this one. Well, this was weird. Right up here above, look, they got these CED discs, Terms of Endearment. You guys know what these are? Meet Me in St. Louis. Look at that. There's a Terms of Endearment must have been a 2-movie set. Put in the comments if you know what CED discs are. I've got one that I can show you. Jaws. The Steelers there. They got a decent amount of movies in here. Let's look through here. You got the Giants and the Steelers. Yes, Prime Minister. Huh. That might be interesting. I've checked that out. Everything seems to be the same price. They got everything, a lot of stuff in here on sale. I don't know if these are or not, so I'll have to be a little choosy if they're not. Quick and the Dead, I've got that snapper case already. Young Guns. Amazing Places, Africa. I might have to check that out. Snapped, what is that? The Killer Collection, complete seasons 1 and 2. Jeremiah, I've got that already. I remember getting that back in the day. How much is that? Nip Tuck, I've got that. Cracker. Robbie Coltrane. Might have to check that out. Keen Eddie, I remember buying that at Big Lots back in the day. Check out that last Big Lots hunt I did. It was pretty much garbage, but check out the video. A Very Funny Christmas. There's some 4 film favorites. Those all 4 of those favorites. Double feature. Hey, I might have to check that out. The Proposition. Confederate Widow. I have to look that up and see what that is. Seabiscuit, The Lost Documentary. One Tree Hill, man. They used to be in Goodwills everywhere. Letters to Juliet. Andy Griffith Show. I was telling a story on a live stream about what an asshole he is in real life. Decent show. I don't really like him. Never liked Matlock much. Hey, Zorro, there's a snapper case. Animated? Might have to check that out. Turtles. Another snapper. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Hey, hopefully some of these snappers are in good condition. I have to check them out. They got a really decent selection in here as far as the number of titles. I'm Not Okay. Is that a documentary about me? Green Bay Packers. I know somebody that likes the Green Bay Packers. That's sealed. I might have that already. I got some of those back in the day. I like the Cowboys and I like the Packers. Big Fat Liar is a good movie there. Life. I've got that on Blu-ray. That's pretty good. What is this? Strangers with Candy? I never was much into that. I've checked that out. This Is Us. That might be a good one. I'll have to check and see what the price on these things are. I don't know if they're half price or not, but I know they got a sale going on in here. I'm definitely going to get that one, though. I'm going to look back through here, see which one of these snappers are clean, some of these other titles. When I get home, you can see what I picked up. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter. JeffMan316. Wait a minute. There it is. Live is where you and I join up right here. Usually Sunday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. We watch along to a movie, talk about pop culture, physical media, Goodwill, everything. Sorry I postponed the last one. I've been a little ill, so if my voice gives out, I apologize. But we went into 2 Goodwill stores. I've been telling you in the past, I'm trying to cut back on the amount of DVDs I buy. I'm just totally out of space.
And I love DVDs, right? I like to be about a decade behind everybody else, you know? So I'm just now getting into them. And it's a good time because they're cheap, right?
I want to save my space for good quality DVDs of stuff you can't buy on Blu-ray, good quality Blu-rays and 4Ks. But there's a couple reasons I went into this one Goodwill with 2. And I'll let you know as we get into it. So sorry I'm rattling the bags. Let me dig into this first bag and we'll show you what I picked up. This first store didn't pick up much. The first thing I picked up was this Disney Nature Bears documentary. I love documentaries. I used to buy them at the Dollar Tree and I didn't own this one. So I'm pretty sure everything in there was like $1.99. I don't like how my Goodwills in this area have different prices. The other Blu-ray that I picked up, you're going to probably laugh at, I picked up the Ultimate 2-disc edition of Iron Man. I only own Iron Man on Blu-ray in this weird steelbook. And then I've got the 4K of it. But I don't own a regular standalone edition of Iron Man. And this had a slipcover that was in really good condition. And I like that it goes from Stark to Iron Man. So I didn't have this, so I picked that up cheap. And then I picked up 3 DVDs. One You know I love wrestling on the channel. I got The Glory Days of Wrestling. Gorgeous George, Buddy Rogers, Killer Kowalski. This is a cool DVD. It's got chapters. It says Gorgeous George versus Jesse James, Killer Kowalski versus Ed Carpenter, Buddy Rogers versus Pat O'Connor, Jerry Lawler versus Randy Savage, a Detroit Battle Royal, Princess Little Dove versus Diamond Lil, Haystacks Calhoun versus Killer Brooks in a six-man tag match. So I thought that was really cool. It's like a little over 2 hours, so that's cool. A documentary that I'm really looking forward to watching, a peek inside Marilyn's unreleased final film, Marilyn Monroe, The Final Days. This is a Fox release, probably when I get a Blu-ray release. Love me some Marilyn Monroe. And then, the only DVDs I will buy, that even if I have them, are Snappers. I don't have this movie at all, though, so this is a movie I don't own. I got the movie Shine. I love these old Snappers. When they opened up like that, gave you the chapter listing, a bunch of other stuff. So I'll buy Snappers all day long. I was talking to one of you guys about that. I got rid of a bunch of my Snapper cases because I couldn't put them on the shelf. And now, because I can get them so cheap in Goodwill, the nostalgia kicks in and I want to buy them. So the next Goodwill, I bought quite a few more. So let me get that bag out for you. Okay, so I went into this Goodwill with my wife, and it was one that they just recently opened. They closed one of my other ones and they opened it in a brand new store. It was big. They were having a grand reopening. And I went through and I picked up about 10 movies, and then I pared it down to about 4. So I left, went back to the truck, and my wife was paying for her stuff. She paid for it. When she came out, she goes, "Did you know that everything that you got was half price?" So a lot of these Blu-rays and DVDs that were $2.99 that you saw, basically almost everything had the same price. I put back, because I didn't want to pay $3 and $4 for stuff. But $1.50, I went ahead and went back in there and picked up the handful of stuff that I put back on the shelf. So I picked this one up for sure on the first go round. Amazing Places Africa. It's a documentary on Blu-ray. It's got a Blu-ray and a DVD. And I did get that for half, so it was $1.50. The case is jacked up, but I got so many cases from back in our dollar store days. A couple Snapper case movies that I did get for sure. An animated triple feature of Zorro, Beastly Battles, The First Encounter, High Seas Hero. I've never seen this release, so I thought it was kind of cool. It's a Warner Brothers release. So I thought that was kind of cool. A movie that I actually just bought on 4K Steelbook, but I liked having the Snapper. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I love this one for sure. The inside artwork and the chapter listing. And then the last one, has this movie been released on Blu-ray? Because I don't have it. Goldie Hawn and Protocol. She was a cutie back then. This one doesn't fold out. So those were the only Snapper ones I got. So I bought this movie here because I own it on Blu-ray, and I think it's ready to come out on 4K. But I really like the movie, and I like to promote it. And I was taking off one of these pieces of sticky. That's a pet peeve of mine. When you buy used movies, man, I'm going to do a video about that. And then people forget to take the sticky shit off. But either way, I got Student Bodies. This is the Paramount release on DVD, $1.50. I'm planning on giving this to somebody to watch, to basically tell them this is a hidden gem, a rare movie that people usually don't know about, and I want other people to discover it. So, same thing with this one. Look, it's got the fucking old, where people just cut it and leave the sticky on there and it gets dirty. This is a double feature. The Oldest Living Confederate Widow Tells All, and The Proposition. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and just say that I got this one for nefarious reasons. So I Googled this while I was in the store. And The Proposition stars Teresa Russell. And the first thing that the guy said was, hey, get the movie if nothing else because she's nude in it.
And what did it to me was these big titties she had. She wouldn't have had to worry about no titties for the rest of her life, boy. You know, she was set.
So, Teresa Russell, babe of the 80s. I went ahead and picked it up. If it's no good, at least you can see some of her tatas in it. But picked this one up when I went back in there. Got it for $1.50. The Greatest Game Ever Played, Shia LaBeouf. I've never seen this movie, so I'll watch this for the first time. If it's no good, I'll sell it or give it away. Got this. My wife wanted this one because we never watched all this show, and it's the first season, and I got it for $1.50. I got the This Is Us, the complete first season, so I thought that was cool. I got this one once I went back in there. I wasn't going to get it at first, but it's funny. It's from the Ocean County Library in New Jersey. Tarzan and the She-Devil. I've never seen this. So a lot of these things I'll basically watch them, and if then they're no good, I'll sell them or give them away or whatever. Okay, the last three things are TV shows. One, I think I've got series 1 of this, and I didn't like the fact that they wrote on the cover, but I got Cracker series 2. Robbie Coltrane. 2-disc set. They wrote on the back as well. But that's fine. No, that was $2.50. Sorry. The next one was $1.50, and the next one was $1.50. I don't own any of this series, Strangers of Candy. I remember back in the day not really liking it. I'll give it a try. So it's got a blooper reel, dance sequence, animated storyboards. This is season 3. I don't own any of the other ones. So never was a huge fan of Strangers with Candy. Now this one I thought it would be fun to watch with my wife. Oxygen Channel presents Snapped, the Killer Collection, complete seasons 1 and 2. Now I had put this one back originally because the cover is ripped. But when everything was a half price and I could get it for $1.50, I got it. It's basically 3 discs in the little mini slim cases. So $1.50. So like I said, I'm trying to trim back on the DVDs, but when you can get them for $1.50, and some of the other ones that I wanted to get in there was some other TV seasons, some British stuff. When I opened it, the discs were trash. So I checked all these and they got perfect discs. So let me know if you've been in the Goodwill in a while. You know, I stopped going because that one Goodwill was throwing shit away. I did a video about it. Maybe I'll post a link up here and you guys can click on it and watch it. Go back and watch that video, man. One of my local Goodwills, I just boycotted now. They fucking were throwing shit away in the dumpster in the back. And that was the second time that I had issues with that Goodwill. So watch my Goodwill rant videos. And then the other way you can help me out is liking this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Do all that normal YouTube stuff. Put some of your experiences with Goodwill in the comments down below. And while you're down there doing that, make sure you hit the notification bell. You'll know when I post new videos or when I go live or when I do the Jeffy Awards. If you're wondering why I'm wearing this coat, the Jeffy Awards will be coming up soon, and I wanted to remind you guys about it. So hopefully you guys will support me. All the other ways are in my description down below. And until next time, boys and girls, this has been JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter. I'm signing out, saying you guys be safe out there.
Listen, Betty, don't start up with your white zone shit again.